right, mic check. Sog, you able to hear everything?
Yeah, I am here. Hello.
All
I
right.
can hear you.
All right, everyone. Can everyone hear Sog?
I would assume so. Maybe.
All right. Looks like he's a little bit too loud, so let me turn him down. Let me turn him down a little bit. All right. All right. All right. That should be good now.
We good?
All right. All right. So let me see if I can actually do a makeshift intro this time. I turned him down a little bit. When he talks, let me know if it's not. Make sure it's not too loud or whatnot. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, and all the pokeNERDS of the world, welcome to the pokeNERDS Inc. podcast. I am your host, Spence from the Poké Network, and I hope you all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. This podcast is dedicated to not only us pokeNERDS, but also to allow you, members of not only my community, but also community members of our current guest, to learn about each other more on a Pokemon basis and see how much of pokeNERDS we truly can be. So my guest tonight is a member of my Team Yell's stream team. And on top of that, he's also a person that I actually would genuinely like to know more about on a Pokemon basis. Unfortunately, he can't do a webcam today, but I always I'm adjustable, so I can what's the word I'm looking for? Be adaptable for any guest at this time. But ladies and gentlemen, as you heard him before, ladies and gentlemen, our current guest is Mr. SOGMonkey.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going pretty good, Sog. I mean, I've been pretty tired most of the day, but other than that, I'm ready to get this podcast rolling.
I'm sure you just had a stream right before this.
Well, it wasn't necessarily a stream. I mean, I was I wasn't streaming. My alter ego was streaming.
Oh, yeah.
Dark King Zao. All right, so Sog has talked about has reviewed the talking points, but actually before we go anywhere, actually compared to Sog sounds slightly louder than you, but overall not bad. Okay, let me do that a little bit. Okay, actually let me turn me up just a little hair. Turn you over there.
That's
okay.
actually surprising, considering I'm always the low one.
All right, so last time it was between me and my brother Power Punch, but the problem is both of our communities knew each other pretty well, and I feel like you're a little bit lesser known to my community as a whole. So why don't you just before we go into any talking points, just go ahead and introduce yourself. You don't have to use your real name if you don't want to. Just go ahead and just give everyone introduce yourself, what you do, and anything else in between.
Yeah. So I am SOGMonkey. Like he said, I'm another streamer from Team Yell. I typically host Smash tournaments, as well as I'm starting to jump into more Pokemon related, like shiny hunting tournaments. And yeah, I just kind of stream from time to time. I don't really stream as much as I don't think you do. I stream a little less, but yeah, I think we're fairly both like in different worlds. We haven't really collided yet, and this is the first time, so that should be interesting.
Yeah, this definitely will be. Because like I said, even though we're on the same stream team, we haven't really interacted much. So this is going to be a chance for not only you to learn about me, but also me to learn about you.
Yep.
Yes, also anyone chatting, anyone here, if anyone here is on the Team Yell stream team, let us know. Like, there's Mike right there. What's up, Mike? And if anyone's not following any of my fellow Team Yell mates, please do so. Awesome people. You'd really like them all. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the first talking. Actually, before we go any further, you say you go by SOGMonkey. So do you like being called Sog, or is that? Go ahead.
So people call me Sog. People call me SOG. I don't really care. What I tell everyone, as long as you're not calling me Soggy, I don't care what you call me.
No one's gonna call you that. I don't think anybody's gonna call you that. All right, well, I'll just keep the Sog train rolling, but everyone knows that it's gonna be you. All right, so the first topic of today is basically the origin of your channel name, and just a good short respective of your Twitch journey. So go ahead and enlighten us. How did
Yep.
SOGMonkey or SOGMonkey come to be?
So SOGmonkey, the SOG part was mostly for my Smash tournaments when I first started doing all that. SOG stands for Smash Online Global, and that's basically where that part came in. The monkey part was more of like an inside joke that happened between me and friends like years ago in like a whole separate community. So I used to be called Mythical Monkey, but now I'm called SOG Monkey because I just took the mythical part out to make my name shorter. So like when I enter tournaments and stuff, it's not this really long exaggerated name.
Fair enough.
And when I started on Twitch was in 2019, and that was mostly with Smash stuff. It was kind of accidental that I was going to start streaming. Mostly because tournaments was accidental. So I set up this like Smash tournament, and I was like, I kind of forgot about it that I even hosted that. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, people are messaging me like, "Hey, when's this tournament gonna start?" And I'm like, "Wait, there's all of a sudden 40 people signed up on my tournament. What do I do?" So I just quickly loaded up a stream. Yeah, first tournament, 40 people. And I loaded up a stream. We just kind of went from there. We chilled, and the rest is kind of history.
All right, well, so members of my community already know about my history, but for those that are part of SOG's community or SOG's community, let me to enlighten you. So everyone knows that I originally wasn't the PokeNetwork. For the longest time, I was the PokeNetwork. And that name came from basically how, I'm a Pokemon streamer, and I wanted to stream Pokemon, so Poké had to be a part of my username. And I figured that, like in college, I was really good with networking and, getting to know, like, people in college. So the network, put the network in my name, so I would just be PokeNetwork, but that name was already taken, I think. So I just put an S in front of my name because it was my first initial. But little did I know how much stupidity it would cause me throughout my entire journey. Hold on. All right, come on. Co-host Cat. All right. So, because the way Twitch allows you to alter your names, you cannot use hyphens, and that's what I use, the hyphen. I don't like using underscores, so that's how all the name-related chaos came to be, because I was called Spoke Network, S-Poke, just Spokey. It was just, everyone emphasized on the S. No one separated, like hardly anybody separated the S. So after almost 3 years with the username, I finally just went like, yep, I'm done. So I dropped the S, put the V, and that's how the PokeNetwork came to be. But the whole reason I even got to streaming in the first place was thanks to thanks to a Pokemon YouTuber. Do you know who MJTV is?
Yes, I do.
All right, I actually emailed him for advice. I mean, I was like 95% sure he was not going to respond, but to my surprise, he actually responded. I mean, it wasn't a super long email telling me what exactly I needed to do. He just gave me a few pointers, and the rest is history.
Nice.
And ever since then, I've just been on this Pokemon train, and I haven't got off.
Nice. I do remember a lot of people messing up the S-Poke network stuff.
Yeah,
I remember that being a thing.
I mean, I still have some remnants of that because I'm still using my OG like S-Poke Network playmat, and I still have one of my old logo T-shirts. But other than that, there's pretty much no more. Unless you go to my TikTok and see my logo in old TikToks, there's pretty much no residuals of the S-Poke Network.
Nice. Everyone quickly going to TikTok right now.
I gotta upload my Froakie reaction on TikTok. I actually choked on my water yesterday.
I did see the clip like you posted on, I think it was Twitter that you posted it on.
It was Twitter. Barely gets any reaction. But all right, well, before we go into any more topics, reminder chat, I do have the channel point redemption open for ask us a question, and you have to specify if you're going to want to ask SOG a question or me a question or both of us. I think I fixed it so every chat member can redeem it twice per stream. So if it doesn't work, let me know. But in the meantime, you can also make us hydrate or whatnot. All right, so now on to the nitty gritty, the Pokemon topics.
Oh boy.
I think we all pretty much know this answer already, Sog. But what is your favorite Pokemon and why?
Well, if you've gotten this far in the podcast and you don't already know what my favorite Pokemon is based on my picture, it is Bidoof. So the story about me liking Bidoof is kind of weird. I don't know if anyone plays Pokemon Go around here.
We got a few Go players around here.
But there was a Bidoof week event on Pokemon Go, and like a few weeks before they announced that, me and my friend, Quick Trigger, were just in a call talking, and I think he was streaming or something. And we just had this 2-hour long debate on why Bidoof is labeled as a beaver and not a plump mouth. Because Pokemon has labeled this creature as a plump mouse. I don't know why he's a beaver.
I have never labeled Bidoof as a mouse.
I have never either.
I mean, it's technically the Route 1 rodent, but it's not a rodent.
Throughout that week of Pokemon Go, I went really hard trying to get the shiny of Bidoof because that's when they released that shiny. It wasn't until last year that I actually finally did get the shiny Bidoof in Pokemon Go. And
cool.
Throughout that journey, I just fell more and more in love with Bidoof.
Fun fact, my very first shiny in Pokemon Y was a Bidoof.
Nice.
And on top of that, it was during the very first time I ever played it.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, very first time you play the game, all of a sudden, bam, there's a freaking
shiny Bidoof.
Yeah, there's shiny Bidoof on screen. Crazy crap, right? All right, so everyone already knows my favorite Pokemon, and that's Obstagoon. And multiple reasons for that is because I like rock and roll. I'm not the biggest fan of Kiss, but I do like rock and roll. And when I saw that these Pokemon, Zigzagoon and Line were getting a Galarian form, I was like, they're a dark type, so what? Then the second I see this gigantic beast of a creature just with its arms crossed and like giant mohawk, I was like, what the hell did they just create? I knew the second I saw this that it would be on my playthrough team for the game, and little did I know just how powerful this thing could be, especially with a Guts setup. I mean, it is just a fucking monster. Like, Darkrai was my favorite Pokemon beforehand, and I mean, for a hot minute, Obstagoon was only number 2. But once I started streaming, I knew I needed a quote-unquote mascot, and no one was using Obstagoon at the time, so Obstagoon became the mascot, and then he, after a little bit, he just slowly became my favorite Pokemon of all time. So, yeah, that's the road to how me and Demon came to be.
Fun fact, going back to the whole Pokemon Go story, Obstagoon is my first Shundo in Pokemon Go, and I actually named it Topgoon.
Oh my god, seriously?
Yeah.
Shundo means shadow shiny, right?
Shundo means 100% IV shiny.
Oh. See, that's where I don't get that because I'm not a Pokemon Go player, so I also would have never gotten that term.
I don't think there is a term for shadow shiny. I don't think I've ever heard of the term. I've heard Nundo and Shundo and Hundo. That's kind of it.
All right, so all right, SOG, what is your favorite shiny Pokemon and why?
My favorite shiny Pokemon is a very simple shiny. It is Psyduck. I get shiny Psyduck in every game he's available in because I just love it so much. It's not necessarily because blue is my favorite color. It's just the blue on Psyduck looks so good.
Unless I'm pretty sure you're familiar with this already, but our fellow Team Yell mate, Red's Revival, pretty much coined the blue ducky dance. You remember that?
I did not remember that, but
Like the very first time he found like a blue. I think he found a Psyduck in PLA, and all of a sudden he starts like maneuvering the character to like duck and move around repeatedly and do like a dance, and then he just went like blue ducky, blue ducky, blue ducky, blue ducky, blue duck. It was
blue
so funny.
ducky dance.
It was so original and so catchy that I just jumped on that wagon. Every time I found a blue ducky, I did the blue ducky dance for red.
The blue ducky dance.
I know. It's really funny. It's toxic.
I have like the worst description on why my favorite shiny. It just looks good.
I mean, you can like it for whatever reason you want. I mean, like, I'm not trying to make fun of my previous guest, but John said his favorite Pokemon was Kingler, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna make fun of anyone who likes Kingler because I just never expected somebody to say Kingler was their favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, there's a lot of people with like obscure ones. Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with Kingler. It's just that I was surprised to know that someone's favorite Pokemon was Kingler.
Yeah, that's probably the first that I've heard it too.
Yeah, I know. It's the first time I've heard it too. So that's why it's like, I know, it's like, okay, so it's your favorite Pokemon. Why? And he explained it in detail, and I understood why he said it. At least Kingler can't be defeated by a bug type. Okay, fair enough. But yeah. But as you guys know, my favorite shiny is the one that I nearly died getting, Greninja. Black. Basically, my channel color scheme is black, red, and gray, and shiny Greninja covers all of those colors. And on top of that, it's my second favorite Pokemon of all time. So pretty much, yeah. I mean, before Greninja's shiny came into play, it was Rayquaza because, you know, who doesn't like the black dragon?
I'll be shiny racing for that tomorrow, actually.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Who's your opponent?
The guy I mentioned earlier, Quick Trigger.
Oh, Quick Trigger.
That's his favorite Pokemon.
All right. So what time's that podcast? I mean, what time's the stream?
We are shooting for 6 p.m. CST, so it'd be 7 EST.
7 EST. All right, I'll be there. Hey, I got almost nothing to do after I get out of work, so aside from like computer stuff, I'll be there.
I'll see you there then.
All right. All right. So, Sog, what is your favorite Pokemon type and why?
Favorite Pokemon type? I gotta say electric type. I know people will think I say normal because of Bidoof.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like normal. The only normal type I like is Bidoof. But electric type, a lot of the designs look cool for a lot of the Pokemon in the electric design or electric type section.
Yeah. I mean,
so that's just another design question there.
I mean, we got Luxray, we got Electivire, we got Toxtricity. Yeah. Just name a few good ones right up top of the gate.
Yeah, Toxtricity, Raichu's pretty good.
To be fair, I like Alolan Raichu more than OG.
Yeah.
I just like the surfing aspect, and plus the psychic type can be kind of handy.
Yeah, it's psychic. That's right. But yeah, it's a lot of design choices.
What's your take on Lantern? I fell in love with Lantern a few years ago.
Lantern?
Yeah.
I like it's shiny.
Yeah, I got that for the Gala Shiny Showdown.
I wouldn't necessarily say I would put it like on my team or like on the top 20 of electric types, but it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, I used a Lantern in a Thunder only Nuzlocke in Shield, and I just fell in love with it so much. I don't know how it did, but I did, and it literally devastated me when I lost it. It devastated me. I almost stopped streaming entirely because I was so upset.
Dang.
But I've actually been able to use her in other challenges, like my my metronome lock. I was able to do that, but I digress. I digress.
Is that your lantern emote?
Yeah.
That?
I call lantern sushi, so it has like a sushi band on her head.
I see that.
I agree with you, Snow. Sushi completely underrated. But as you guys know, my favorite typing is the dark type. It's just that I feel at home with dark type Pokemon. I like pretty much all of their designs. I like most of their color schemes. And on top of that, my favorite type, my top 5 favorite Pokemon are all dark types: Obstagoon, Greninja, Darkrai, Hydreigon, Umbreon. So you can get the picture. You can get the picture. I love dark types. I literally just did my dark only Nuzlocke of it a few minutes ago, where my alter ego came into play.
Yep.
If anyone wants to know more about that guy, go ahead and add us, get in the chat.
The crown.
Not just the crown, the entire character in general. All right, now on to more of a detail-oriented question. What is your favorite Pokemon game and why? This can include any main series games and spin-off games.
So, my favorite game is a main series game, and it's probably going to get a remake eventually soon. I'm scared for it. It's Black and White.
I am petrified if Ilka touches my Gen 5.
It's scary.
I am going to be absolutely... I have sworn to my community that if Ilka so much as lays a single microgram of data inside of Black 2 and White 2 remakes, I will not play them. They did such a bad job with BDSB, in my opinion. They just threw me off for any potential remakes.
I hope if they do it, they're not just faithful to that.
Before we go any further, you got a question, Sog, from Ryan Yorakami. You mentioned Smash earlier. What is your main and why? Also, hydrate, you nerds.
My main is Yoshi. I main Yoshi for ever. I always play Yoshi. I just like the moveset, and it just sticks with me, and I work best with Yoshi.
All right, so yeah, you said Black and White's your favorite, but why is it your favorite?
Just the story. It's probably one of the best stories. I like the Pokemon and like the whole like design of the whole game. It was like creative for what it was at the time.
I mean, a lot of people hated it because it was supposed to be like a soft reboot of the series, especially the anime, where we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But,
I actually just watched the anime.
Oh God. So you would still say like Black and White over Black 2 White 2?
So fun fact, I haven't played Black 2 White 2. I only played Black and White.
Sog. Play the game.
I want to. So Black and White are my favorite generation, right?
Yeah.
I fell out of Pokemon after that game.
Oh no.
Black and White 2 came out right as I fell out.
Oh my God. Dude, even if you play it on emulator, dude, just play the game. It's so good.
I'll have to play it on stream sometime. Hopefully soon.
Yes, please do. Yes, please do. They're amazing games. But your answer correlates with my answer, but I kind of divide it into 3 categories because I really can't dead set on one particular game. So I like to divide it between 3 categories: overall story, the overall, regional decks, and overall game. So the Gen 5 games are my story games because their story is just so mature and unique for Pokemon. It's like they really haven't touched on something like this since. I mean, they went to a different direction with Scarlet and Violet, But in these games, they just like it just really hit harder at the time because they never really did anything like this kind of storyline before.
Yeah.
Overall decks, I personally just love the platinum decks. There's just so many awesome Pokemon to use during a platinum playthrough. Man, I mean, heck, you can use a Garchomp before the second badge. No, wait, after the second badge. So yeah, that's like that just gives like big old bonus points for me.
Pseudo.
And yeah, the pseudo legendary. But my overall favorite game is still probably Heart Gold Soul Silver because like near perfect games.
I remember the Pokewalker.
Yeah.
Every time I think of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Pokewalker is what I think of.
Yeah, like when I talked about this last couple of weeks ago, I literally said that I remember taking my Pokewalker on this giant hill in my backyard of the house that I lived in at the time, and it was just so much fun. Just walking around and getting those steps and finding Pokemon on this thing and then transferring them into the game. It's like, wow, we've never really done something like this before, and it's really fucking cool.
Guess this is the Pokemon Go of before the Pokemon Go. In a way.
It is. I never correlated that before. How did I not correlate that? Good God. All right, now we're going to go into the details that may make people hate you or may make people like you. Now we're into our least favorite categories.
So,
least favorite Pokemon and why?
Remember what my favorite Pokemon was?
Yeah, Bidoof. What's your least favorite?
It's Evolution Barrel.
You love Bidoof, but not Barrel?
Barrel looks ugly. Its creature it should not evolve from Bidoof. Bidoof, if anything, just shouldn't evolve.
I can understand hating Bidoof. I mean, I can understand hating Barrel, especially after like the nerd, like the dorkly Bidoof like series, like Golden, Perfect Bidoof, all that. Oh man!
I knew that was gonna be hilarious because everyone laughs when I say that.
And it's hilarious because you love one Pokemon in its pre-evolution, but you hate its evolution. I've never heard that before. Yep. Oh man, that's too good right there. That's just too good.
What about you?
All right. Everyone should know this by now, but my least favorite Pokemon is a Alolan Persian. And yes, I said that right. A Dark type is my least favorite Pokemon. And
I mean, we're kind of in the same boat then.
I hate both Galarian Meowth and Persian, but I hate Persian a hell of a lot more. And here's why. So, when we got the word that Meowth was getting a Alolan form, I was like, this, what's this cat doing with its paws like this and getting grayer? It's like, oh crap, it's a Dark type. Then the reveal of its evolution, I'm like, what the actual fuck is this? They freaking swelled up his head to the point where it looks like a fucking watermelon, and the blue gem on its head, that makes no sense. Persian didn't have a gem. Oh wait, did it have a gem?
I think it did, yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I think it was like red.
I don't pay too much attention to Persian. But anyway, but then we come to find out that in the game, we finally get the closest thing we got to a Dark type gym leader before Piers and Marnie in Nanu. And I was like, finally, a Dark type specialist before the Elite Four. I've been waiting for this for so long. So he starts off with the Crocker Rock, and then he goes in with the shit. What else did he use? I think he used them. What else did he use? He used a Malamar? I don't remember his second Pokemon.
I don't remember.
But then out comes his ace, a Alolan Persian. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. If his ace, I get there wasn't a lot of Dark types in Alola that were native to the region, but if it had to be a regional form, it could have been Muck. That would have been a lot harder battle because it's only weak to ground. But then he just had to use the fucking cat. It was just, to me, it was such a big slap to the face that we could have had a decent dark type battle. All of a sudden, no, it's just Moon Kitty, Moon Kitty, Moon Kitty. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid.
He's also pretty derpy.
Don't get me started on that. My mod Strix forced me to shiny hunt Galarian Meowth via eggs. And, I mean, I got it fairly quickly, but I hated every second of it. Every second. Yeah. And this literally, not even 5 minutes after I've hatched it, I forced it back. I gave it to him because I didn't want the toxicity of that creature in my game.
You gave it back? Or you gave it to someone else?
I gave it to the mod that made me hunt it because I didn't want it.
That's a good idea. I have a shiny Babero that I was forced to hunt. I should give it back to the person that redeemed it.
Yes, exactly. Give it to the people who redeemed it. Alright. Now we're on to least favorite shiny Pokemon and why. What shiny do you hate the most?
Alright, so mine is just a hate relationship I have with my shiny Pokemon. It's not really a good shiny either. Sorry if you're a Basculin fan. I hate it. And the reason I hate Basculin is when Pokemon released the DLC for Sword and Shield and the Dynamax Adventures was a thing.
Oh boy.
For some reason, that stupid fish landed in every path I took, no matter what path I took, and every time it was shiny.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not joking you. I eventually got rid of like half the ones I have, but I still have a couple in my box. I'm like, I don't want these.
Well, this may actually give you some pleasure, but this clip gives... hold on, let me see if I got the right check, man. Jeez, I keep happening the right thing. When I found Tapu Fini, I actually found a Basculin in the same outbreak.
Oh god.
Yeah, but I know I gave it up for the Tapu Fini because I don't want the fish.
Yeah, kill the fish.
Yeah, I actually I was trying to go for a shiny side being an outbreak in SV, and I actually randomly phased on a Basculin. I barely saw its discoloration in the water.
I wouldn't even look. I don't want it.
What about? I mean, well, what's your take then on Hisuian Basculin? And
Hisuian's better. Hisuian is better. I still don't like it.
What about the Basculegions?
The past. I don't mind Basculegion, but it's not. I still have that hate relationship on Basculin, so I'm just going to be biased towards Basculegion.
Okay. No, I mean, no comment there. No comment there. All right. Well,
actually,
oh, go ahead.
Fun fact: Tech, who I think is in chat, yeah, he's in chat. Was talking to me about Basculegion like a couple minutes before the podcast.
And you knew it was a talking point, so you had it ready and waiting. Excellent. All right, well, my least favorite shiny is actually one that got introduced in Generation 9. And it was beyond disappointing as to what they could have done compared to what they did. The Armor Rouge / Cerulege line, I hate their shiny so much.
I can see why.
They could have done so much more, but they didn't. They could have easily swapped the color schemes of the two and called it a day, but they didn't. All they did was change the freaking eye color. That's like me putting on a different pair of sunglasses.
Yep. I remember when my friend Hero told me about that, and I was like, really? Because I made what I did was I did a shiny like reaction or prediction, not reaction, of every Gen 9 shiny before the game even came out. And
Uh-huh.
what I did for them was just swap the colors, which I'm sure everyone thought was going to be, but nope, just the eyes.
Yeah, eye color. I mean, if they wouldn't have done that, my answer would have been Regice. But nope. Since that date, it's been hell or high water for the Charcadet and its evolutions.
No.
Sorry to tell you that, little guy. Even though I use both Armorers and Ceruledge in my Scarlet and Violet teams, they're shinies. Nope. No way.
Wasted potential.
Exactly. Wasted potential. All right, SOG. What is your least favorite Pokemon type and why?
Least favorite Pokemon type and why? Probably bug.
The bug type.
I just don't like bugs. I've never really used a bug type on my team ever in any playthrough I've ever played of Pokemon. I just don't really like bugs.
I mean, are you like? I mean, do you have a real life phobia of bugs, or do you just not like bug Pokemon in general?
I do actually have a real life phobia of bugs. I do not
I
like
see.
bugs
So you're like
IRL or in game.
So you would be like the male equivalent of Misty then.
Basically.
Yeah, except you're not like a water type expert.
Nope. I'm the electric male.
Yeah, like fun fact.
Misty.
In the recent episode of the anime in Japan, Misty is conflicted on Dewpider.
Really?
Yeah. Even though it's a bug water type, and she literally says like it's conflicting about Dewpider. Even though it's a water type, she can't look past the fact that it's also a bug type. So it's like she's conflicted on how to feel about it.
Dang. Well, that's kind of funny.
All right. Huh?
I just said that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we'll probably talk more about that later, but my least favorite type is the fairy type. There are just some Pokemon that didn't need to be fairy type. Snubbull and Granbull, why on earth did they become fairy types? They didn't need it.
Because they just wanted to fill more slots for the fairy type when it came out. I don't know.
I don't know either, man.
Because pink, like what he said in the chat. Because pink.
Pink don't mean shit, man. And plus, on top of that, adding an extra weakness to the dark type is like, damn it. Now I have to look out for fairy types as well. The only fairy type I like is Grimmsnarl. That's the only one I like. I don't like Impidimp. I don't like Morgrim, but I love Grimmsnarl.
Makes sense.
Hell, it was like, I managed to use a Fairy Dragon Suicune in my Bloodlock. But that's like the most I could stand with like fairy types. I mean, I will admit I do like Togekiss and Gardevoir, but other than that, all the other fairy types, just like screw them. I don't care about them.
What's your thoughts on the new one, Tinkaton?
Oh wait, I did use Tinkaton. I liked it at first, but then I realized it was a murder bird killer. I love Corviknight's my favorite regional bird, and all of a sudden, bam! It's like it's chucking its hammer to kill Corviknights. It's like, you monsters!
I'm pretty sure like the pre-evolution to Tinkaton's Pokédex entry says something along the lines of like another Pokemon it just torments. I don't remember which one, but I remember reading it.
Well,
I'm like, this Pokemon's just a torment Pokemon.
Everyone just remembers that its like main thing is going after Corviknights, and that's why it's no longer a taxi Pokemon, because like these things get chucked out of the sky and they can't be carrying people at the same time.
Yeah, it was Bisharp and Ponyard. They just torment them too.
Yeah, these things like they're going after some of my favorite Pokemon, and I hate it. I mean, I used one on my first Scarlet team, but on top of that, after I read those dex entries, it's like, oh man, I feel so conflicted now. I'm very conflicted.
The killer of Paldea.
Yeah. Sorry, message.
Oh, good.
All right, let's see. All right. What is your least favorite Pokemon game and why? This can include the main series games and spin-off games.
Probably Sun and Moon. I really don't like Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon, eh?
Yeah, it's just way
what
too
about-
much dialogue.
They're all like that, man.
Yeah, but Sun and Moon has way more. It's like a book.
Tech, we already discussed the least shiny.
Um,
what about? Did you play Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon at least?
yeah, I played Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Were they better? They're like 10 times better. But
I consider them better just because of like all the extra story elements, but it's still a book.
They're all pretty much a book, but I can agree that Sun and Moon just like after like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon's like it made Sun and Moon completely irrelevant. Like probably the only thing you could really do in that game that you can't do in Sun and Moon is what is that like? Probably like do it like easier to shiny hunt type null. I could probably say that. I had an ad, maybe why. Tech, he said that his least favorite shiny was
Basculin.
Basculin, and my least favorite shiny was Charcadet and its evolutions. That's what we said. All right, my least favorite Pokemon game, even though it contains my second favorite Pokemon of all time, is X and Y. For a majority of things. First off, it's way too easy. Way too easy. My sister cleared the game with a team of a Delphox, a Blastoise, Yveltal, and 3 Furfurs.
Damn.
Yeah. People build these teams to clear these games to go overkill, but all you need is 3 dogs, a giant turtle, the uncooked bacon bird, and a foxy lady. And on top of that, they could have done so much more. I get that it was their first 3D game and they wanted to focus on that, but they just could have done a lot more, especially with the post game. They pretty much detailed literally nothing with post game stuff. There was the Battle Mason, but that was it. There was like nothing else.
Yeah.
At least in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, which were the remakes during that period, they included some decent, post-game content. But X and Y, no. They just said, screw it. Don't do anything. Just focus on the 3D stuff. We don't care. If X and Y gets a remake, they better make it better. They better make it better. Oh yeah, and the legendaries were shiny locked. They better unlock them.
Yeah, they like to lock on the legendaries. Like every game.
I got Xerneas and Yveltal during the Ultra Wormhole days.
Yeah. I guess I could add another least favorite game of it being like a spin-off, I guess, with Puzzle League. I don't like Puzzle League.
I have never played Pokemon Puzzle League.
I just don't like it because it's basically just a Tetris game. It's a Tetris ripoff, and I don't like Tetris.
Yeah, me personally, I don't really play a lot of spin-off games from the main series. The only ones I can say that I played that were not part of the main series are Shadows of Almia and Guardian Signs, Pokemon Ranger, and Super Mystery Dungeon. That's pretty much all I played outside the main series.
Yeah, I haven't played too many. I know Puzzle League's on Nintendo Switch Online.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, how did I forget? I played XD Gale of Darkness and I loved it.
But yeah, I haven't really played too many spin-offs either.
Did you play XD?
I did play XD.
My literally, Mirror B made me laugh so hard I fell out of my chair. And there was one scene where the electrode passes faints and it's like eyes pop out of its skull. It's like, what the fuck is that? I didn't laugh so hard in that moment. It was like it was such a surprise.
Dang.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about those creatures' blood.
Creatures. Licky tongue and Golbat.
Tongue is a Golbat is a All right, so Sog, what is your very first ever Pokemon experience? This could be like anything as long as it's Pokemon related, like TCG games, anime, like what opened you to the world of Pokemon?
It was so long ago. I want to say it was either Fire Red that I played it with, or it was the anime. I don't remember which one, but it's one of those two that opened me to this world.
This world. But yeah, is there like any specific moment in the in your early days you can recall that like just cemented like Pokemon as part of your overall life or something?
I mean, I would basically just say Fire Red. I loved that game. That game was like, I took it everywhere with me because it was on the Game Boy.
Yeah, I did the same.
Played that for hours.
Yeah, I don't remember how many hours I put in Fire and Leaf Green, but they were fun. Fun fact, my very first shiny was in Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Oh yeah? What was it? Nice.
Johnny Hoppip and Leaf Green.
Nice.
Actually, off topic, what was your first shiny ever?
My first shiny ever, I believe it was Charmander, because I didn't really start shiny hunting till Sword and Shield.
Oh, so you egg hunted for a Charmander. Gotcha.
Yep.
All right, so my first Pokemon experience was anime related. So my brother at the time had these VHS tapes that had some Pokemon stuff on it, or was it a neighbor? I don't remember. But we had a VHS tape that contained 3 episodes: Pokemon Shipwrecked, Island of the Giant Pokemon, and Tentacool and Tentacruel, which by the way doesn't air anymore thanks to the towers being destroyed. Right. But anyway, I just watched that on repeat for so long. It's like this world of Pokemon just opened its eyes to me. And then I watched the movies. I saw the card game, and I remember one time specifically there was a video store that had like Pokemon like VHS or DVDs on it. And I always rented out one specific tape. It was like Ash just going to the Kanto League, and it was like it contained like the episode where Krabby evolved into Kingler and cleared his opponent. The episode in between that, and then the next episode where he has his like battle on like the grass field, and he uses Muck to defeat a Bellsprout.
God, I miss those days. The first few seasons of anime.
Yeah, the classic days of waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning to watch cartoons. Yeah, nowadays when you're an adult and you want to wake up at 7 o'clock, it's like, ugh.
Why do I wake up so early?
Yes, exactly. All right. Now we're on to the topic where you and I are going to share some experiences. Like, we can share some of the craziest or strangest moments that we've had that involve Pokemon. It could either be on-stream content or off-stream stuff. I mean, considering you host tournaments, some off-stream stuff might actually be a little bit more juicy than stuff that might have happened on-stream. So go ahead and share some of the craziest and most memorable things involving Pokemon you've ever experienced.
I mean, one of the experiences that did happen on stream was when I was shiny hunting Arceus, and I went into the Pokemon. I played BDSP within the time of shiny hunting Arceus, and I went out and went back in. Apparently, within that time, I cleared my party, so I only had one Pokemon in my party. and I didn't remember that I did that, and then I went into the Arceus hunt and hunted it for a little bit. Long and behold, yellow Arceus was presented right in front of my face,
I think I
and it
remember this.
one-shotted my Pokemon and killed my one Pokemon in the party.
Oh, no. No.
I still have yet to reclaim that Arceus.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm over 8,000 resets for Darkrai, and I still haven't found it.
Oof.
Yeah.
As far as other experiences, I hate Masuda because Togepi.
I
I
think
miss.
is
What were you gonna say?
like was that the clip that was included in the Team Yell Stream Team
Yep.
video?
Yep, it was. I hate Togepi because it was almost 3,000 eggs. Masuda, shiny charm Masuda.
At that, if it went to 1,000, I would have just taken them out of the daycare and changed parents. That's what I would have done. I mean, I'm a Masuda juggernaut. In Sword and Shield, I got like almost every shiny through eggs within the first 300.
God, I wish I had that luck.
But Scarlet and Violet, fuck that type of Masuda. Literally, I had to use 3 sets of parents to get that Froakie egg within the first like 100 because I tried one hunt with Mastiff. I went over 800 eggs, no shiny.
God dang. Yeah, what I said with Scarlet and Violet is like I'm not gonna like Masuda. If I can just catch it in the wild, I'm gonna catch it in the wild. The only thing I'm planning to actually Masuda is like Froakie, just any starters in general.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the stars in this gen, so you're not going to see me hunting those. I am going to be doing a Scorbunny Masuda, but I'm going to be doing it in Sword and Shield because it's part of a alternate quest I got.
I started a Scorbunny Masuda. That's kind of off stream. It's currently at 800 eggs.
800?
Yep.
Dude, just change out the parents. Find another Scorbunny, change out the parents.
Yeah. Is that what you do? Is that how I get the luck? I just change out the parents every 100?
If I'm going over, if I'm nearing 1,000 eggs for a hunt, I'm going to swap out the parent for another one to just completely reset the table.
Might have to do that.
But yeah, I just like the Masuda method in Scarlet and Violet a lot more because of the fact that no, not in Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield. I like in Sword and Shield more because you can run around and collect eggs and hatch them. You have to wait to collect eggs and then hatch them in Scarlet and Violet. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that so much.
What I just find myself doing is just putting a 30-minute timer and just spamming A for that 30 minutes, watching YouTube or something.
What I do is I literally wait. I literally set the timer and then I keep an eye on it, and every 3 minutes check the basket and see how many eggs I got.
Another annoying thing is like how when you press like the D-pad to see how much time's left on your sandwich, you can't do that in the picnic.
I know, you have to actually look at it on your clock because it won't tell you how much sandwich power you got left.
Yeah.
And you have to leave the picnic to check and then go back, which takes about like 10 seconds.
Yeah, because the game takes forever to load.
Yeah. It's annoying as hell. Alright, well, there's a lot of stories that I've had on stream that include some crazy moments. Like, I like bringing this one up. My shiny Alolan Vulpix in Let's Go was probably one of the most memorable moments in the history of my channel. Like, if like I don't know if you've ever done this, but in Let's Go you can shiny hunt the Alolan forms via the trade method. But the problem is it's a full odds hunt, and the shiny charm doesn't apply. So I spent 3 months on and off trading a batch of 30. And at 4,441 trades, the shiny Alolan Vulpix pops up. And at this moment, it's one of my most viewed clips on TikTok, and it is my most liked.
I was actually recently recommended that clip on TikTok. And I was like, how did he notice? I can't tell the difference between Alolan Vulpix and it's shiny.
Basically, you have to look at its earlobe. Like, if its earlobe is like a dark blue, it's not shiny. But if you look at it and it's like a dark purple, it is shiny. Like, I looked back and forth on those Vulpixes for months, and I could tell the difference instantly. Like, that's how keen I was to looking for that shiny. I recognized it the second it flew past my screen.
You were like me with Togepi. I was always looking at like, did I miss it? What's the little shiny look like?
Yeah, I know, right? That's what everyone does in Scarlet and Violet these days, because you have to look around and say, ooh, wait, is that a shiny? Oh, there's just a shiny axe because of it.
I feel so bad with people that have like color blindness and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like it's a definite shame, because like in Arceus in Legends PLA, you can hear the shiny, but in this game you can't.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll change it in the update or whatnot, but until then we have to look around for stuff like that. But
I've lost faith on anything being good in that update.
Yeah, I can understand. I can understand that. But you know, my other crazy moments were when you remember the Nerd Out and Nomi shiny challenges, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like in that video, there was a moment where he's just Jack is walking back and forth saying, "Our pacing was incredible, but it was only a matter of time before something truly epic happened." And all of a sudden, bam, my clip pops up, and it's my shiny Dragonite I found in Let's Go. Wasn't hunting for it, it just randomly flew in from the sky when I was going for a Nidoran.
Dang.
Yeah, thanks to that, we helped set 3 world records, and that pretty much cleared the path for my goals for that type of challenge, because in the Gen 2 challenge, I decided to go for the second pseudo, Tyranitar, and I was able to get it before anybody else. So my Tyranitar will officially set 3 world records whenever the hell Guinness gets off their fat asses and decides to actually approve the records. They're going really slow.
It was a fun event being in the Gen 2 one, because I wasn't in the Gen 1. I think you were the one to actually get me into the Gen 2.
Yeah, I was able to recommend a few people for actually doing the challenge. Some people that I recommended didn't do it, but then some people did, and it was actually really cool. Gen 3, I plan on doing the Gen 3. I was able in Gen 3, I got 2 pseudos to go after, because I'm dubbing myself the pseudo collector of that series. So I gotta go after 2 pseudos, Metagross and Salamence.
I'll probably go for Trico for Gen 3. Yeah, or try to.
Yeah, for my plan is to egg hunt Beldum in Sword and Shield and do the cave hack for Bagon in Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So that way I can get, as soon as I'm able to get another capture card, I'm gonna start double hunting.
I wish you luck on that.
Yeah,
I used to double hunt.
Huh?
Sometimes I said I used to double hunt. I don't know that I double hunt too much now anymore, just because Scarlet and Violet's really hard to double hunt with.
Yeah, me personally, I'm actually gonna start weaning away from Scarlet and Violet content, because every Tuesday I do like these random shiny hunts, and like I don't know what I'm gonna hunt, and it takes me a minute to figure out what I want to hunt, and I just feel it was a little bit of fun, but at the same time I was just kind of like losing its luster to not only myself but also members of the chat. So I'm actually going to be diving back into Sword and Shield coming this Tuesday, and every Tuesday until I decide to do something else.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't really done too much with Scarlet and Violet yet. I do plan to do Shiny Showdown, which is coming up in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing that as well. My record for the Showdown series is pretty much I've only gotten 1 win, and that was during the Galar Shiny Showdown.
Oh yeah, we talked about that, didn't we? Because we talked about how our first one was the same event.
Yeah, we both started in the Underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Underground was not pleasant for me.
That's when I got the Bulbasaur.
Yeah, Underground did not like me, so yeah.
I don't think Underground liked many people. That was a rough one. The scores were really low on that one.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what they're gonna be doing this time around, but it's gonna be pretty cool. The one thing I like is that there's gonna be no eggs. It's only gonna be wild encounters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. Which team do you want to be on personally? Victorious Violets or the Sensational Scarlets?
Personally, Scarlet, because that's the game I play. So
Yeah, me too. Like when we did the what was the one that came after the Gala Shiny Showdown? Oh, the Alpha Shiny Showdown.
Alpha,
I would
yeah.
have liked, I would have liked to have been on like the Diamond team because I was on Team Time during the Underground Showdown, but I swapped teams beforehand.
I think I was on Team Space for the Underground, and then I was on the Pearl Clan.
Yeah.
So I got both.
Hopefully, whatever team I join, I can actually get a win underneath my belt again because I just suck so bad in the Underground Showdown challenges. And the Showdown challenges. It's stupid. It sucks. Actually, let me give you a little tidbit for a crazy moment. So my goal for the Gala Shiny Showdown was to claim all members of the Obstagoon line before anybody else. Literally, before I could claim at least Obstagoon. Do you know who Rusty LaRouge is?
I've heard of him. I don't think I've caught his stream though.
He found a random shiny Galarian Zigzagoon and claimed Zigzagoon slot, and I was so salty. I literally was like, bad Rusty, bad Rusty, bad Rusty.
Pretty sure I was in your stream when that happened.
Yeah, like I gave him like fake heat for a while until it like died down. It was super funny. Like if I went to his stream, I was like, bad Rusty, bad Rusty, bad Rusty.
I wish I could do so much more with the Galar Showdown.
Yeah, I was able to get the Linoon and the Obstagoon before anybody else, so I that made my day.
I look forward to the Paldea. The Great Paldea.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. Alrighty then. Now we're gonna move on to breaking news in the Pokemon world. Any news I can find on anything and all Pokemon, we're going to discuss. So, first thing I want to discuss, and I'm pretty sure you already know about this. What the fuck is up with the Pokeball drama?
The quick ball drama?
It's not just the quick ball. They're bitching about every type of Pokeball.
I see that on Twitter all the time, and I have no idea what's going on with it.
I don't know who started this freaking chaos war, but it's so stupid. Why are people just now in 2023 bitching and moaning about the appearance of Pokeballs when we could have done it years ago, but we didn't, and we shouldn't have, and we should be doing it now? Why?
I don't know. I went on Twitter and I just saw everyone talking about it, and I'm like, what is going on? Why are we all like, because my Twitter feed on that day that happened, and I think it's still happening on Twitter, all it was just about quick balls. And I'm like, what is going on with quick balls? Why is everyone hating on quick balls?
I know, that was all over my feed too. I literally made a couple of like retweets about it saying like, they're just spheres with different colors, get over it. And also, one of my recent TikToks, it's not like the greatest on views, like it didn't hit 1,000 or anything, but it's actually like running up close to being my most liked TikTok because I found 2 shiny Lechonks and I threw a quick ball in the first one and I said, just to piss everybody off, quick ball.
Everyone hating quick balls. It's like one of my favorite balls, so I don't know why everyone's hating it.
I know. I got nothing against quick balls. I mean, it's all the bitching and moaning about putting the wrong type of Pokeball on a shiny. Because
who cares? It's your shiny.
I know. I get it. It's your shiny, and you get to choose what Pokeball you put it in, and no one else should care. But apparently, there's a lot of butthurt people out there that care about this kind of thing, and I didn't even know.
Wow, that's dumb.
Yeah, we can just completely like I want to ignore it so bad, but it's still like going around on Twitter, and it's painful. It's painful for me to see.
Do you ever see like those people that post like the picture of the quick ball and it's like a gold like background and it's just a quick ball on it? I'm like, what is the point of this?
I know. I actually saw like Pokemon share a gold rare quick ball card, and I'm like, they're in on this. It's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Why are they lighting the why are they fueling the fire?
Pokemon, stop this nonsense. Don't feel it.
Yes, the second that popped up, I saw so many retweets on my feed. It's like, oh my god, they just freaking hit the final nail in the coffin, and now everyone's freaking going haywire.
Oh god.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Ugh. All right. So, I found three different articles regarding some Pokemon news, and I want to like go over with you a few of them and see get your input on this as well. I found one of them that said Pokemon Scarlet and Violet might feature a hint to Paradox Greninja 15 minutes into the game. I didn't actually know this even existed because Okay, answer me this. In Scarlet and Violet, did you ever go into Nemona's house?
No.
No,
I
didn't
mashed
either.
the A button.
Yeah, I didn't go in. I didn't go in there either. So I saw this article and I went to go check for it myself, and it turns out it's actually a thing in there. So in Nemona's house, there's this weird painting. I don't know the exact art style of it. Hydrate. Like, I know what style it is, I just can't put a name on it. But it has it looks like a Greninja.
Mm-hmm.
But basically what they're saying is that recent generations of Pokemon have introduced unique iterations of popular monsters from the past. The Gen 9 games have already received a handful of new forms, including Paldean regional variants of Wooper and Tauros, convergent species like Toadschool and Wiglet, and the mysterious Paradox Pokemon brought to the Paldea from different time periods. With potential DLC on the horizon, we could see players return to X and Y's Kalos region. It's not too much of a stretch to predict a new form of Greninja could be on the way. Now, for me personally, there's a lot of red integrated in this, so it may like be some like one of those like weird photos of like. Let me see if I can actually find this photo and see if I can put it on stream right now.
Yeah.
But it kind of looks like it has aspects of Ash Greninja, to be honest. But I'm not sure if this would because Pokemon always hides hidden details in things,
Mm-hmm.
like even clues to the next generation. But I don't really see a Paradox form in this Greninja painting, to be honest.
I've heard the rumors of like us going to Kalos for DLC.
Yeah, there's always that.
Yeah. I don't know if I believe it though.
I mean, people want to believe it because of, people want to believe it because of the way, like, Kalos looks like it can be connected to looks like Paldea can be connected to Kalos because Spain and France are pretty much neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
But they really have not gave us the opportunity to venture into a different region since Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Yeah, Gen 2.
Huh?
Since Gen 2, yeah.
Yeah, since the Gen 4 remakes.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't done that since. So, I mean, as much as people want it to be that way, I'm not sure if it's going to be that way.
Yeah, I think they're going to expand on the Area Zero. I can see that more than I could see Kalos.
I mean, me personally, I feel like the DLC is going to include time travel because you know that black box in the lighthouse lab that they says you shouldn't mess with or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the prototype of the time machine. I feel like that's gonna come into play, or like there's gonna be some part of that time machine we can use to reactivate the old time machine, the one down in the time machine area 0, and find a way to get back Sada or Toro, depending on what version you're playing.
Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
yeah, I honestly don't know, but we'll see about that.
And then we'll probably see. I can guarantee you we're probably going to see more Paradox at some point.
Yeah, I actually love to see these like these fan made paradox Pokemon all over TikTok and YouTube and whatnot. They actually got some pretty decent
Yeah.
designs. Okay. All right. I actually didn't know about this until I saw this article. But do you remember when they announced Pokemon Sleep?
Like years ago, yeah.
There is actually now recent word that someone on Reddit found on the Pokemon Sleep website. They were going to the Pokemon Sleep website. They were redirected to a patent published in November 2022 that belonged to the Pokemon Company. And from what I understand, they hadn't actually coined this patent beforehand. So this is actually a recent patent.
Oh.
So does this mean that the Pokemon Company is finally going to make a move on finally introducing Pokemon Sleep into the world, or is this just something that they're going to sit on for a while, or something like that? Like, what do you think about this?
I feel like they like to like do stuff like that when they're teasing something coming up. Not necessarily teasing, but like because with Diamond and Pearl, they did something similar, didn't they? Or
No,
not the
I think
original, but the Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl.
I'm not sure. I think it was like they had the Dream World in Black 2 and White 2. I mean, in Black in the Gen 5 games, but like a Pokemon Sleep mechanic in BDSP, I don't think.
No. I mean, something just kind of teasing that BDSP was happening, like a website or something, before it even got announced.
I genuinely don't remember any of that fact, to be brutally honest. But
Uh,
this other, like, the article is expanded saying like a user breeds a virtual life form by practicing good. Oh wait, this is this. No wait, this is just the example of what Pokemon Home is supposed to be detailed. Never mind. But yeah, there's a thread like on r/PokeLeaks that's filled with like users debating whether the patent is real or not, and some users claim that the PokemonSleep.com domain is owned by someone outside the Pokemon Company. Others claim the URL
um,
continued to change destinations, leading to a YouTube channel and a Twitter post at one point. So this could be a hoax, but at the same time, it may not be a hoax. So if they're gonna be jumping the gun on finally introducing Pokemon Sleep, like me personally, I don't give a fuck about this. Like I have never in like ever since it was introduced, I have never been um had any type of feelings or anything else towards the Pokemon Sleep topic, and I just find it completely moronic,
what
to be
is it even
honest.
supposed to be? Just something that you put on when you sleep?
It's like it says a user breeds a virtual life form by practicing good sleep habits and staying motivated towards practicing good sleep habits while enjoying breeding the virtual life form. The patent's struck reads. Uh,
So this is just Pokemon Smile 2.0. Just instead of brushing your teeth, it's sleeping.
like Pokemon Sleep was supposed to release in 2020, but it didn't.
What if they like? Because Pokemon Smile released 2021. I want to say.
I really never pay attention to Pokemon Smile, but
I just
Sleep is.
remember because it got brought up recently. I feel like Sleep just turned into Smile.
I don't know, like sleep is supposed to be the game tracks the amount of time a user sleeps using the um accelerometer of the external Pokemon Go Plus accessory. Did that even ever come to pass?
It's a Pokemon Go related thing?
I have no idea. I genuinely don't know. Like, did the Pokemon Go Plus accessory ever come to pass?
That's a thing.
It is a thing now? Okay.
Yeah.
It says it communicates the data to the user's mobile device via Bluetooth for sleep-related gameplay. Although the gameplay specifics have not been revealed, the Pokemon Company has promised it will turn sleeping into entertainment in a similar way to how the Pokemon franchise's other mobile games, Pokemon Go, and actually you brought that up, Pokemon Smile, turned walking and oral hygiene into entertainments, respectively.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, walking and hygiene. Now they want us to entertain us while we sleep. Like, what are they gonna do? Like beam, like are they gonna do like Futurama style where they're gonna beam Pokemon dreams into our head or some bullshit? Who cares?
AR technology. You can watch a Pokemon sleep with you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just waiting for the full dive tech where you could just completely immerse yourself in the Pokemon world. That's what I'm waiting for. The full
Chill
dive
with
tech.
an Obsidian. Chill with a Bidoof.
Oh, yeah, you chilling with an Obsidian? I got an Obsidian behind my shoulder. I'm gonna be going after everything.
Pokemon VR. It's no longer Go, it's VR.
yeah, the Oculus getting Pokemon stuff. It's good. Yeah, as long as they don't trap us like SAO, I think I'll be actually even if it is like an SAO and they trap us, I think I'll be okay. I think I can live with that.
How would they determine? Would it just be if you black out?
Who knows?
They're
Like, you
making a
wouldn't
patent
necessarily black out. You just have to run away from the Pokemon after it knocks out your entire team. Or it could be like Legends Arceus if you jump off a cliff and you die. You remember when the Nigeria found a shiny Magby and he just jumped off the cliff and he died?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was some funny shit right there. Okay, we actually brought this up earlier regarding the update, but now there are Pokemon Scarlet and Violet fans that are begging for Legends Arceus features to be integrated into this 1.2 update.
What feature? Just any?
Let's see. Arceus included sound alerts for shinies, which we discussed. Overworld visuals, shiny effects, which we also discussed. Regularly rotating mass outbreaks and Pokédex challenges, among many other exciting options. While the PLA region of Hisui wasn't a true open world, the areas were all unique and offered a variety of things to do.
I don't think the Pokédex from Hisui should come back.
I mean, it wasn't necessarily a Pokédex; it was just a giant notebook.
Yeah, the Pokédex makes sense in Hisui. It doesn't make sense in Scarlet and Violet because it was like us figuring out Pokemon for the first time. This is years later in the future, so it wouldn't really make sense for that. The shiny thing, yeah, it should be in the game. And what was the last thing? That people
Regularly
wanted?
rotating mass outbreaks. Like, I can't recall how many times that I turn the clock back a minute just to reset my outbreaks, and it's always like almost the same group of Pokemon like every single time. Like Varooms, Revvarooms, Noibats, Noivern, Bronzong, Flittle, Dweezil. There are so many other Pokemon that are able to outbreak, and you just can't see them unless you tinker with the system and have an encounter power egg or a shiny power egg active for a type, and then it just you go to a certain area where that outbreak could spawn, and then you reset, you keep going over your map, and then hopefully that an outbreak will occur.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of annoying getting the ones that you. I personally don't really use outbreaks anymore. I used to use them a lot in the game, but I just use shiny or encounter power sandwiches and just go from there.
I kind of am a mixed bag when it comes to that. If I'm doing an outbreak, I don't necessarily use a shiny sandwich. I just At most I use an encounter sandwich because even without a sandwich, the odds are pretty decent, even with or without the charm.
Yeah, the 60 thing, I just don't like it.
I don't mind it. All right, like compared to mass outbreaks where you have to, random chance of a shiny popping up and you have to catch it. Knocking out 60 and then you can reset your picnic over and over again to get as many shinies as you want until the outbreak goes away. I personally like that a lot more.
Yeah, I mean it's a better system than what it was in PLA. It's not my preferred way to go.
But yeah, like I can agree with this article about the shiny animations and the shiny sound coming. Sound. The shiny sound returning because, like we discussed earlier, there are many fortunate or unfortunate people that are colorblind, so they actually might not be able to. They can't really see the shiny that pops up unless you're doing eggs where the animation happens.
Yep.
Or you run into something randomly and it's actually shiny. So bringing back those animations along with the sound can help out like colorblind people that play Pokemon because like it's really a slap in the face when a company makes a product from one version to the next and it just really puts a handicap on people that have some form of handicap and I don't like it. It's like with the controversy of Pokemon Go, like always saying like, yo, now home like Pokemon Go can be played in your house thanks to the pandemic, but now that the pandemic's over, you have to go back outside. It's like, come on. There are some people that are incapable of leaving their house, whether they're they're housebound or they're like they got like that I don't remember what the term of this thing is where like your immune system like almost doesn't work and you have to stay indoors the whole time.
Yeah.
Like pica or something. No wait, that's the thing where you eat everything. But yeah, there are people that I know that actually have a physical disability that can't leave their home on their own accord, and they can't play Pokemon Go like they want, and it just pisses me off.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I feel like there's a really huge disconnect between the community and like the company itself, like Game Freak and Niantic in terms of Pokemon Go.
Exactly. It's not. I mean, every company I can imagine is like that way. But Pokemon is just really slaps us in the face like that. Like at some point that it just wants me to like turn off my games and stop playing because I know there are people that like just can't play the games the way I play the games, and it's like why can I get such enjoyment out of this while somebody else can't because of something else?
Yep. It's super unfortunate, and I don't know that we'll ever get that connection that we want from that company.
Nor do I, unfortunately. As much as I would love it to be that way, unfortunately, that's probably not the case with especially Niantic and the Pokemon Company pairing up like that.
Yeah, I mean Pokemon's the highest grossing company. They can do whatever they want and get away with it. So.
Yeah, but they're not going to get away with having Ilka take over the Gen 5 games. I'm not going to buy them. Like I won't even attempt to buy them. I won't even attempt to play them. Never.
Well, I'm. It's unfortunate that I probably have to tell you this, but it's probably going to be Ilka.
So if it is, I won't buy them. I'm not going to waste my money. I don't care. I just don't care. I'm not going to buy them. Never.
Rip Ilka. Ilka's not getting paid today.
No.
I mean, I guess they already got paid, but
they're not taking my hard-earned money. Especially after the fact that I almost broke my back getting it.
You broke your back getting it? Oh.
No.
I remember what you're talking about. I thought you said you broke your back getting BDSP. I know what you're talking about now.
Nah, I broke my back trying to make my money.
I know what you're talking about. I just thought you were saying something else completely.
Nah. Yeah, I almost died yesterday getting the shiny Froakie because I was choking on my own water. But I've never broken my back playing Pokemon.
I was gonna be like, that's a new one.
No, that's not the case. That's not the case.
I mean, unless you're playing Pokemon Go, maybe you can break your back that way.
Fun fact: I played Pokemon Go at night to hunt ghost Pokemon, and I fell off my bike.
Pokemon Go is cursed at night.
I literally went to a cemetery to catch ghost Pokemon, and as I was biking home, I was trying to catch another one on my bike, and all of a sudden I hit this pothole and like shit, I crashed.
You remember the Pokemon Go like craze in 2016?
Oh, dude, there was everybody. I was on my bike on my cell phone, and all of a sudden these three guys in a truck yell, "Go Red Team!" I said,
I remember
Red
I was
Team!
playing in 2016. That was back when I was like still falling off of Pokemon Go or Pokemon, but I played Pokemon Go. And I remember playing in 2016. I was walking around and someone ran past me like, "Where's the Dratini?" Because there was a Dratini that spawned. I'm like, that way.
I remember a Snorlax spawning somewhere around my area, but I couldn't find it. I tried. It looked like it was near the grocery store, but it wasn't there.
Right.
But yeah, like yeah. Which team did you choose when you played Pokemon Go?
I choose Mystic, so that's blue team, Articuno.
I went Instinct only because I liked Zapdos more. At the time I liked Zapdos over the others. But if I could have chose differently, I would have chose Valor because red's my color scheme.
It definitely is your color scheme. I'm looking at your stream right now. It's all red.
I know that's the point. This is a futuristic version of my normal setup, where everything's like glowing red and everything else. Heck, even my background color is red.
It's the violet version, but it's not violet. It's red.
Did I say violet?
No, you said futuristic, so I said it's the violet version.
Yeah. It's the futuristic Scarlet. It's the violet, but with red color schemes. Alrighty, Sog. At this point in the podcast, I want to personally ask you. All right. I lost my train of thought here.
All good.
All right, so it's at this point in the podcast where I like to ask the guests, what are their overall goals for either 2023 or just content creation in general. So do you have any content creating goals for 2023 or overall?
2023, I did say at the beginning of the podcast that I hosted Smash Bros tournaments. And that I jumped into Pokemon. I jumped into Pokemon late last year. So my goal is ultimately to get that Pokemon scene ultimately rolling and getting some shiny hunting events going on my end and just having fun.
I mean, that's what I like to hear, having fun. Because if you're not having fun doing this, what's the point?
Yep.
All right, well, are there any follower goals you want to hit on either Twitch, TikTok, or Twitter or something?
I've never really hit I never really set follower goals, mostly because I try not to look at that too often because then I get hyper focused on it.
Nah,
so not necessarily, but
I mean, whenever I'm live, I never pay attention to the live count because if I see the view counts low, I get nervous and I start talking about random shit that I probably shouldn't be talking about, and that just kind of throws off the game.
Yeah. I'm not really one to look at numbers. I hate that.
Yeah, I mean, the only real number I pay attention to is my follower count on Twitch, and I only really bring it up whenever I'm 25 away from the next 100. That's pretty much all I talk about.
Yeah.
When it comes to the numbers, at least.
All good. Other than that, just a chill year. That's all I can ask for, really.
Yeah, after how my 2023 ended, I definitely need to, rethink about my life in general.
2022.
Yeah, I mean how I ended 2022. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry that all happened with your back. I did see you tweeted that out.
It was just a freak accident. It could have happened to anybody. But
Yeah.
I mean, if it had to happen to anybody in the shop, like if the universe wanted that to happen to one of us at the shop, I'm glad it was me, because I probably would have been the only one to be able to take that fall and live.
Dang.
Yeah, as I was telling like everyone, including the EMTs and whatnot, I am a stubborn, resilient bastard. Yeah, that's what I like to classify myself as.
The resilient one.
The resilient one. Yeah, that could be my skit. The resilient one. All
right. To answer someone in the chat, normal gym city. I don't know what it's called, but there.
Alfrenata, I think.
Maybe. I'm not looking currently at the map, so I couldn't tell you, but yeah, I know it's that city.
I'm pretty sure it's Alfrenata. But yeah, remind everybody, if you guys are not following SOGMonkey, please drop by his stream sometime whenever he's live. I mean, I'm definitely gonna be there tomorrow for that shiny race.
Froakie. I have so many like boxes of Froakie eggs. I just want to make sure I didn't run out, because I do not want to sit there on stream just in a picnic.
Fun fact about my Froakie, as I was hatching the leftover eggs, my game crashed.
Oof.
But I saved like not even 5 minutes before the crash, so I didn't lose the shiny.
Dang. Or not dang. Good.
Yeah. Dang and good are pretty much the same thing.
I mean, some people can take dang as like a bad thing. I don't know.
I took it as a good thing. Right. I'm also surprised that throughout this entire podcast, I've never once laughed specifically at your name.
At my name?
There's a meme between me, Strix the Lion, and a few other content creators, just based on the word monkey. What happened was we were actually playing Smash Bros. And
that's ironic.
We were playing Smash Bros. And Strix was using Donkey Kong, and I was like Lucario, and I don't remember what Dakota and Nate were, but we were playing that, and all of a sudden, like, Donkey Kong just launches all of us, and Strix just went monkey. I said, like, you said monkey, I got launched. It's actually on my TikTok if you want to go take a look at it.
I'll just take a look at it after the podcast.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's funny as fuck. You'll love it.
Launching the monkey. I don't know if Tech's still here, but he was watching one of my tournaments once, and there was a Donkey Kong, and he was just so amused by the Donkey Kong because the Donkey Kong took like 5 stocks in a matter of like 5 seconds.
Wow.
Donkey Kong's crazy.
At least he wasn't Luigi. Luigi wants none of this.
Zero death Luigi.
That was another fun time we played. Actually, let me ask you that before anything else. Have you actually met anybody you've met on Twitch IRL yet?
Anyone I've met on Twitch? No. I've
Not yet.
not. Nope. I've met
Yeah.
online friends before, but not actually
Face to
stream.
face,
Yeah.
like face to face.
Yeah.
I've been fortunate to been able to meet two of my mods, two of my VIPs, and one of my mods' his fiance. So that happened back in August.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I've wanted to go to like something like a TwitchCon or something around that area because
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people from Team Yell are in that general area.
Yeah.
So that'd
I'm
be a big.
like, I don't care if I have to drive all the way there. I am going. Like, I don't care if I have to drive all the way there. I'm going to TwitchCon this year.
Nice. I don't
I
know that
missed
I'll
out
be able to go
last
this
year.
year, but
Like, I missed out last year because I didn't have any vacation time built up because I just started a new job. So I'm yeah, I'm going to TwitchCon this year. I'm going to be meeting all the homies that I've met over the past few years.
nice. Well, I hope you have fun there.
Oh, I'm gonna do my damnedest. I mean, I've never been to California, so it's gonna be something. As long as half the state doesn't wind up being underwater due to an earthquake, I'll be okay.
You gonna go to Nintendo Land while you're there?
I don't know. It just depends on what I can afford at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what my finances are gonna look like in a few months. All I know is that right now I need to scrape.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that we had to get a new car this year, I was gonna try to go this year, but next year is the goal.
Yeah. If it wasn't for my cat's medical bills and losing half the wages from the 3 weeks I was out due to the fall, I'd probably be okay. But at the moment, it's like you know, it could be tough. But
Yeah.
that's all. That's what you gotta do with adulting.
Yep. The beauty of life.
Yeah. All right. So so this is probably going to be the end of this podcast. We pretty much covered all of our talking points, and
Yep.
the chat surprisingly wasn't too questionable this time. Last time me and John were answering questions up the wazoo from the chat. Yeah, but most of the questions were about trolling John because most of it, like a good chunk of his community was there, and they love to troll the hell out of him.
Gotta love trolls. Sometimes.
Heck, we gotta love our community members no matter what.
Yeah.
And plus some of my community members are sleepy brain because it's another late podcast. I will say this, guys: the next podcast is going to be scheduled at an earlier time slot. Pretty much when my stream begins. Actually, 4:30 is going to be the next podcast. Not gonna say who it is yet until the promo day. Gotta leave you guys in suspense.
Uh-oh. The suspense. It's real.
Yeah, and that's not just a play on my name. All right, so again, Sog, again, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your night to join us on the podcast, and I've actually wanted to learn more about you on on a pokeNerd basis, so I now got more insight into who Mr. SOGMonkey is.
For sure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for taking interest in the podcast in the first place. I couldn't do this without people taking interest, so thank you for being interested. All right, so we're gonna raid out tonight, and we're gonna raid out to Boloscar. It looks like he's shiny hunting in SV and also doing mudkip resets in either Emerald or Emerald. All right, so how we do this for the end is that I'll say my outro, or actually you'll say your outro, and then I'll say my outro. Do you have a specific outro?
I just kind of say bye. Later. See you guys. Thanks.
That's pretty much it. Well, my ending message is pretty much like this. Thank you all so much again for tuning into the stream, and as always, stay safe, stay strong, stay tuned for Pokemon exclusive content. And as always, this has been the Top Goon, your man Spence. Beast out. I'll see you in the raid, and y'all have a good night. So that's what I do. Then I put my hand over the camera and yell, "Yeah!" So this is actually the raid right now, so guys. So So I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed meeting SOG. Again, guys, if you're not following SOGMonkey, please drop him a follow. I really appreciate it. He's another member of the Team Yell stream team. But again, my goons, stay safe, stay strong, stay tuned for Pokemon exclusive content. And as always, this has been the Top Goon, your man Spence. Beast out. I'm gonna start the raid, and I'll see you there. I'm just waiting for this thing to fully set up.
Yeah, it always takes a while sometimes.
All right, the raid's clear. All right, the Top Goon's out. Zog.
Bye.
Adios. Hold on, ending screen.